Okay, we are live. And for me, I think it's number 4 today. So if you're still watching, person who was here this morning, I'm really sorry.
I'm
What?
not. You get to look at
You're not. Yes, this is good for you. So hi, anyone and everyone who is watching this now or later or listening to it. I'm Magda Walzak, CEO of Cocharia, and it's my pleasure to be here with Susannah Stokes, who's one of Cocharia's alumni. But more importantly, today, she is here in her capacity as a speaker at our upcoming conference, Awake, Aware, Arise, which is happening, well, next week. It's starting Monday. We're super excited. We're going to have 3 different sessions every single day, Monday through Thursday, for 5 weeks using a follow the sun schedule. So no matter where in the world you are listening or watching, you should be able to attend at least a few sessions. And we're going to record everything anyway. So it's going to be a gift that keeps on giving. But that's a conference. It's free. Register awakeawarearise.com. And now I'll kick it over to Susannah, who will tell us, well, first of all, who is she? And where is she? And what will she be doing at Awake Aware Arise?
Thank you so much, Magda. I always love your energy. It energizes me. So I'm like really excited to be here and to be asked to talk to all of the folks out there who are really interested in this conference. It means a lot to me because as an alumnus of Cocharia, I am really thrilled to be able to give back to an organization that did so much for me. And so I'm coming at you guys from San Francisco, California. I am based here in the city. So it's been a little crazy recently with the fires, but we are enjoying a beautiful day of sunshine today. And, I am a former Marine Corps officer. I was in for 5 years, went on a couple of deployments to Afghanistan, and then came up to the tech industry and began my life in sort of the tech world at Facebook and some other roles. And the topic of the panel that I'll be leading is awakening the leader during crisis, and basically going from crisis to golden leadership. And Magda, can I tell them a little bit more about that?
Please, go ahead.
Awesome. So I would say that, one thing that I've learned as a leader and now as a coach is that crisis is one of those times that really sort of brings out the worst or the best in us, and sometimes both at the same time, right? And we are experiencing a global crisis in many ways, in many different categories. And this time is awakening parts of us that we may never have known existed. And we're working to kind of process those things. But as leaders, we have the opportunity to awaken some real power within us. And being in Afghanistan during times when our base was being attacked, or just experiencing the endurance of being deployed for 7 months at a time, I experienced types of crisis that awoke within me a level of compassion and empathy and power that I had never understood before those times. So this panel is really going to kind of get you fired up about using challenge to your benefit, and how you as a leader can give back to the world with your God-given qualities.
I love it. I'm looking forward to learning, because I feel like with the past, well, the crises that you're talking about, there's some that have been starting, that have been forever since I've been around on this planet, and before that, and there's others that we've been dealing with, just for the past few months. And what's been really interesting for me while I was doing these kinds of interviews and just talking to alumni, there's a lot of people creating opportunities, a lot of people kind of waking up to the possibilities that the limitations that have been imposed on us have led them to discover. So while this time sucks, frankly, it's actually really cool to see how much creativity is being born out of it.
I completely agree. I think that necessity is the mother of invention. And because of that, we are inspired to be our most innovative selves when we start to see injustices happen. And whether that be social injustices or injustices about our own health, we are really inspired. So I actually founded a nonprofit that is that works with coaching and a variety of other things called Do Unto. And so a lot of this panel is going to be talking about using the spirit of doing unto others and understanding the connection that we have as human beings to become golden leaders and to treat everyone as we wish to be treated, which means we have to treat ourselves well first. So some of it's about self-care as well.
Excellent. And who else is in the panel with you?
Yes. So I have one confirmed. I, of course, have very important friends who are getting called away to support the political elections in the United States. But my fellow panelist is going to be Tiffany Leo, and she is the founder of Soul Seated, which is a really remarkable platform that will bring together healers and help people to reach out and start to get healing in their life during these times of crisis so that they can show up in their communities and be leaders. So I'm super thrilled to have her on, and we'll be updating you if we add another panelist to this.
Awesome. Tell me, Susannah, you're calm and collected and clearly energetic at the same time, and you are in San Francisco, where some people may have noticed a few days ago, I mean, the sky was the color of my shirt, which I've been in a situation like that once in Sydney many, many years ago. And frankly, I thought the world was ending. Mm-hmm. It was the same thing, wildfires, and it passed. But oh my God, like scary. Yeah. How do you stay calm and collected and focused on these positive things that you are doing when sometimes the world visibly, in your case, has been crumbling around you?
Oh, that's such a great question. And I think that that's something that we all, developing the tools and resources to remain calm and collected during these times so that we can activate ourselves to our highest levels is the first step to really achieving anything, because the world is in a space of challenge now, and it's not necessarily going to get better in sort of a relative sense. So what I do, and I just posted about this actually, I'm so glad you asked the question. What I do is, one of the main things is actually making sure that the influences in my life are to my benefit and a healthy influences. So for example, the news media right now does not feel particularly healthy for me to engage with every single day. How am I creating healthy boundaries so that I can care for myself first? And then every time I show up in my work, in my relationships, in my life, in the middle of these crises, I can show up as my best self. So I don't necessarily read the news every day. I read the news probably once or twice a week, maybe. And I'm also really careful to be around community members who are going to lift me up and to help me feel better about the sky being red, for example. I would also say in my case, relativity is important. I always say, like, hey, I'm not being shot at. So that's great. Not all of us have that experience. So it's important to find something else in your life that was a real challenge and recognize how you got through that, and that everything is impermanent and everything will end. So, so we just have to take each one of these steps, one little baby step at a time.
Sounds like you're very intentional about these things, which is, I think, the lesson I'm taking away, because unlike you, I look at the news way too much, and then I get really, really angry, and then, yeah.
Yes, that sound exactly.
Yeah, it's just, you throw your hands up. What can you do? So yeah, maybe I need to step away a little bit. We actually have Yeah, sorry.
So much of it is designed to create that reaction, right? So whether it be the news or just social media, when we're bombarded with information every day, all the time, it can be a lot. So we just have to be really careful. And I think intentional is a good word.
I will try.
That's all we can do.
That's all we can do. You're right. Although Yoda says do or do not, there is no try. So I don't know. There's conflicting advice I'm getting here. Yoda knows everything.
He does. So. Oh, that's so good.
Thank you, Susannah. It's lovely to see you. I'm excited for your session. I'm excited to learn about leadership in times of challenge. I like that you said the world is would you say, was it challenging right now?
Yes, we're in a challenging world.
Yeah, it's not falling apart. It's challenging. It's in the middle of an opportunity.
Yes. I mean, every obstacle is, every door closed, every obstacle is also the opportunity to see something in a new way. So it's about, how we take it in, but we also, recognizing the wholeness of every experience. Sometimes it's just going to suck for a little while, but it's impermanent.
Yeah, I understand. And that's why we also have wine, at least for me.
Yeah.
Susannah, thank you so much. Everyone, thank you for watching now or later. The conference again is Awake, Aware, Arise, and you can find Susannah's profile and her description of her session, as well as all the others, at awakeawarearise.com. And once this is over, I'm going to go and add a registration link to the comments section so that you can register. It's free, so I hope to see lots of you there. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you, Susannah, for joining us.
Thank you, guys.